If you're currently renting and have a goal of purchasing a home, I'd like to share a few good reasons on why now is a good time to purchase. Fixing your housing costs is a big reason to own a home. With a fixed rate mortgage, you'll have a set mortgage amount each month for the next 15 to 30 years. No more surprise phone calls from your landlord that he's raising the rent next month. Security is another big factor when owning a home. I've had friends and family members call me and say that their landlord either decided to sell their house, or they're going to move into their rental, or they even have a family member moving into the rental. This puts a ton of stress on the tenant who has to find a new place to live within a short period of time, usually 30 to 60 days. But Matt, I don't have 20% down payment to put on a house. Well, 20% isn't required to buy a home anymore. I help clients get into homes for as little as 3.5% down. And if you have eligible VA benefits, you can get into a home for almost no down payment. There's also programs out there, if you qualify, which will assist with some of the closing costs. Each month you pay rent, you are paying your landlord's mortgage. Let me repeat that. With each rent payment, you are paying off somebody else's property. Why would you want to do that when you can pay off your own property, the one that you own? Not only that, but over time, your home is appreciating in value and making you money and not your landlord. I know that we all hate taxes, and we want to pay as little of our hard-earned money to the government as possible. When you buy a primary residence with a mortgage, you have two fantastic deductions when doing your taxes. One deduction is property taxes, and the other is the mortgage you pay. Of course, there are limits on these, but for most homeowners, these two deductions save them thousands of dollars on their taxes. These are my last 4 thoughts on why homeownership is better than renting for most people. Buying your first home doesn't mean you're going to be house poor for the rest of your life. I tell clients to look at what they're currently paying now for rent, and then look at what expenses they currently have, and they can live without or cut back on a little bit. Make sure to be realistic here. Then add those two numbers together. That's the amount of mortgage that you're comfortable with. One of the most important things I tell my first-time buyers is that their first home will not be their forever home. Are you still driving the first car you purchased? Are you still living in that first apartment? Are you still working at your first job? Most people answer no to these questions. Your first home is simply at the beginning of your home ownership journey. You'll enjoy all the benefits of home ownership while paying down your mortgage each month, and over time you'll sell that first home, most likely for a chunk higher you paid for it, and then move into your next, even better home. By the way, did you know that the money you make on that home is tax-free? Of course, that's up to $250,000 if you're single or $500 if you're married. And make sure to talk to your accountant on details and restrictions on this, but it's a huge benefit to owning a home. A lot of people say, but I want to wait till the interest rates drop. Unfortunately, so does everybody else. When the interest rates fall, it brings more people to the market fighting for the same number of homes. With more people competing for the same number of homes, prices increase. So you say, I still like to wait 1 or 2 years. Purchasing a home is a big decision. Well, it's one of the largest decisions we'll make in our lifetime. Homes nationally go up about 3 to 4% on average per year. If we look at a $400,000 house, that's between $12,000 and $16,000 price increase each year. So if you purchase a home this year, that appreciation, that $12,000 to $16,000, is money that you made on your home. If you wait, that's additional money that you'll have to spend on the purchase of that $400,000 home. Whose pocket would you rather see that money in?